It's boyfriend versus girlfriend with the Nerdist School's Paul Lair taking on his girlfriend and blogger with my pop obsession, Audrina Camo, in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Disney Channel original programming trivia. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? Welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I am your host, Ryan Buds. I'm a trivia host around LA under my own company called Trivia with Buds. You can check out my website, triviawithbuds.com, to see where all my live events are this week, this month, and this year. And you can plan your own event. That's right. Do some custom trivia at your next party, your birthday party, your holiday party, your company party. I am getting ready to do, for the fourth year in a row, Universal Studios employees' big team building event that they do once a year. And it's part of their big team building week. They hire me over there to do it, and it's tons of fun. It's cool because it's like the people that run the ride. So it'll be like the Transformers team versus the Minions team versus the Waterworld stunt show, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really cool, and we do a bunch of fun movie and film and pop culture trivia with those guys and gals, and this is the fourth year doing it. So if you have something fun like that, you have a retreat, you have a company gathering, wherever you work, if you're listening to this, think about having old Ryan Buds and his trivia at your next big shindig. I have some amazing events coming up in the next few weeks in February. I'm going to save those for the end of the podcast. And you guys are about to listen to a really fun one. This is two friends of mine going head-to-head, Paul Lair and Audrina Camo, in some amazing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Disney Channel original programming trivia. So if you like those two things, you are in the right place, because we're going to get to about 20 questions on those two topics, and we're going to talk about a bunch of fun other stuff and how we all know each other. That's kind of how the show works. It's friends of mine, and they give me 5 topics they're into. We surprise them with one of those topics and do 10 questions on it. But leading up to that, we talk about why they're into those 5 things. So you're going to enjoy that. And if you like this podcast, go back and listen to some of the other ones we've done. This is episode 28, I believe, and we've been doing it every single Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific. These episodes come out, and they're great for road trips, for traffic, for working out. You know, whenever you're listening to your earbuds or your car stereo, you can throw this podcast on and give yourself a little test. So it's kind of fun. Here's some reviews. I've been meaning to read these on the podcast. These are some reviews from iTunes. Thank you so much for leaving these. This first one is from Kalon55. Great trivia questions. Great banter, fun questions, and easy rules. A great trivia game to play along at home or realistically in the car in LA traffic. So thanks very much, Kalon. That's kind of what we just mentioned. And it's a great way to pass the time to and from work if you're stuck in the car like I am each and every day. This next one says, Mr. Buds doesn't disappoint. It's from Ian Pohl. And it says, this gentleman is a class act and has the impressive knack to keep my attention and make it exciting. His choices and questions are great, and I think I would personally best whoever I went up against. Oh, all right. A little challenge from Ian Pohl. And this last review from just this past December. It's from Vic Butera, an old friend of mine. I haven't seen Vic in a while, but he says, great mix of trivia and comedy. The host keeps things fast and funny. I like the variety of players from the entertainment world and the stories they bring to the show. So thank you very much for leaving me a review on iTunes. If you ever play a live event, you can also leave me a review at Yelp if you just search Trivia with Buds. Without any further ado, we're going to get into this episode. Not too many announcements. I do have a weekly show on the stream.tv called Facts and Trivia, DC and Marvel Facts and Trivia with Buds, and it's a Marvel DC trivia showdown between teams of 2, and it's on a website called the stream.tv. The Stream features a ton of different superhero after shows. So if you like The Flash or Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow, you can check out the Stream for fun after shows. Very similar to AfterBuzz TV. And the Stream is kind enough to give me my own trivia show every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific. So you can watch and play along live to win amazing prizes and see how much you know about the DC and Marvel universes. This Thursday will be our 3rd episode, and it seems to be getting better and better every week. This Thursday, we'll have 2 good friends of mine, Mastermind, the Condillac brothers, who directed a movie I was in called Airplane versus Volcano. We're going to talk about all the fun stuff they have going on. There'll be another team of two, and the theme for this week is masked characters. So it could be a good guy, a bad guy, a superhero, or a villain with a mask. It'll be all questions about that kind of stuff. So check that out on the stream.tv, and we're going to get into this podcast. So here we go with The Rock and Disney Channel original programming, and my good friends Paul and Audrina. Here we go. I am sitting here in beautiful Sherman Oaks, California, close to Studio City. You never know where you're going to be on that borderline of those two amazing California towns, and I am sitting with two good friends of mine. I say that all the time. I always say it's two good friends, it's two good brothers, it's two good people I know. But this case, you guys are good friends of mine. You've swam in my pool. If you've been in my pool, we have some sort of pact as friends. And I'm sitting here with Mr. Paul Lair. How you doing, Paul?
Hey, Ryan. Good to be here.
And his beautiful girlfriend, Audrina Camo. How you doing, Audrina?
Hello, good.
You guys are what I would call a power couple. I've known you since I moved here, Paul. You and I kind of bonded. You're my first probably LA wrestling buddy, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think we were at an open mic, and we started talking wrestling, and then we became best wrestling friends.
Yeah, it's been great.
And you're the guy I go to when I have a question about wrestling and I don't want to be reprimanded. You know what I mean? When I'm like, hey, what is it called when they do that? And somebody's like, a fucking, and I'm like,
German suplex.
Yeah, you asshole. Northern Lights suplex. I'm like, JC Carias. You know? That did not sound like JC, nor has he ever talked like that to me. But yeah, that's very cool of you. And we're just big time wrestling pals. You're from Florida.
Yeah, Miami,
Florida, and how long have you been out in LA?
I moved out here in 2011 on the tail end of it, so it's been about 5 years and some change now.
And you were part of what I will call a tsunami of comedians that came out here from Florida. In the between 2011 and now.
Well, I take myself on the pride of being kind of more on the forefront of that because Lisa Bess and Andrew Duvall moved out here 3 months before I did.
Okay.
And then Greg moved out here 3 months after me.
Very good.
And then JC Carias moved out here about 4 months after Greg did.
I gotcha. So everybody, and then Wendy Starling, my sister-in-law.
She was out here for a little bit before I did.
Dave Williamson. He's been on the podcast.
Dave Williamson.
A lot of fun Florida comics. And Audrina, you and Paul, tell me about how you guys met. Where did you meet?
We met on OkCupid.
Yeah, classic. Yeah. That's what everybody does these days. I imagine, if you want to break it down, I started talking to my wife on MySpace. Which is,
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. First message, not like in a dating way. Like we had a class together and she messaged me and said something like, hey, I liked your pants you wore today. And I was like, I'm in. Thanks, Tom, from MySpace.
How many messages went back and forth before you guys decided?
They deleted our inboxes, which I was sad about because that website is, I don't even, it's like a music site or something now. But at one point, you know what we did? So she messaged me on there and then we started talking on AIM.
Yeah.
So we were down back then.
Yeah, this was 2005. So fall of 2005, and it was a lot of AIM, buddy, away messages, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of girls on AIM in my college days, too.
Oh, yeah, Bud's Too Cool with a K. Bud's Too Cool.
First Black Dits.
What's that?
That was my AIM name.
Oh, First Black Dits. Oh, I thought you were talking about another messaging service.
No.
Black what?
That was my
like
first
Dits.
Black
Like Ditsy?
D-I-T-Z.
Oh, Dits.
Like
okay.
a Bitsy, but a black.
First Black
Yeah.
Dits. I like that. That's pretty good. I'm going to sign up for First Black Dits too on AOL today. The second one. That'll be fun. And you guys met on OkCupid. You've been dating for the last 3 years or so.
Yep.
Yes.
And today we're going to end that relationship. Some trivia. That'll be fun. Very, very good. Audrina, you're an actress.
Yes.
You do a lot of stuff. What's some stuff you've done recently you'd like to tell people about? You do commercials and things.
I do commercials. The thing is, I keep booking stuff based upon, I guess you would say pop culture because I'm a super fan.
Yeah.
The last thing I booked was Taylor Swift related because I was a
Ooh.
super fan. So I won tickets to a Taylor Swift concert on TV because it was hidden cameras. Before that, I was a Carly Rae Jepsen fan.
Yeah.
So I got to meet her and interview her.
Oh, my God.
Because of that. So it was just stuff because I'm just super fan. That's
Yeah, you have a blog, a Twitter account called My Pop Obsession.
Yes.
And that is where you kind of chronicle your whole love for all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, right now I'm binge watching Moesha.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm recapping it, and that's somehow more popular. I started doing 90210. I couldn't get any hits.
Really?
So then I switched to Moesha. It's double anything I ever did with 90210, and it blows my mind how that's a thing.
You know what? I'm going to send a text to my friend Ian Ziering. We shared the screen together. Yeah. A little film.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Sharp. And we'll get those hits up for you on the 90210 blog portion of your life. And I can also text Brandy if you'd like to see. Moesha, that's what streaming service has it?
YouTube.
Oh.
I tried so hard.
I love it.
I could maybe buy it off Amazon and try to DVD it, but it's just YouTube at this point.
They're all there.
Classic streaming site.
Yeah, for the most part.
You're not putting it up. You're not the one putting it on there.
I don't want it to be taken down before I finish the first season because I'm like, YouTube.
Oh, you feel like you got to keep it a secret?
That would be hilarious. She's slowly uploading every episode, but then watching it like she's doing both parts, where she's putting it on YouTube and then consuming it at the same time. That's amazing. Where can people go if they want to see more of your Pop Obsession? Is it My Pop Obsession on Twitter?
YouTube.com/MyPopObsession.
YouTube. Check out all your fun stuff. You guys did an unboxing video of a Nickelodeon subscription box. Is it called Nick Box?
Nick Box.
Yeah, the Nick Box.
What were some of your favorite items you guys found in that box?
The Stick Stickly is my favorite item.
And is it just, what is it, a magnet or something?
It's literally just a popsicle stick and with googly eyes that you can place on. That's how simple
an arts and crafts
it
thing.
is. Yeah, it's just arts and
love
crafts.
it. So you can make your own Stick
You can make
Stickly.
your own, yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Paul, you have a podcast called Saint Anger.
Yeah.
You have people come in and talk about their anger issues and what gets them mad. I've been on that podcast.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I talked a lot about yelling at my family on that. And then my family listened to it. And then they were like, what up? You know? So not like in a mad way, but they were like, is that how you really feel? And then we talked about it, me and my brothers.
A lot of people have had the same experience where where their family has listened to them on the podcast and they reported... Not that it's caused a tiff or anything, but they felt like their family can understand them a little bit better now. Because I get it. Like, you can't... The things that frustrate you about your family...
You don't want to tell them to their face.
Exactly. But being able to tell someone that you're just, like, kind of buddy with and you don't feel stressed out, and then you can kind of send it kind of like a letter. Yeah. You know?
I love it. Paul, you run a show at the Nerdist School over on Sunset. Sunset? Yeah, Sunset?
Yeah.
At the Nerdist School, right next to Meltdown. It's like a new storefront that's opened in recent months, right next to it, where you can take classes there. And your podcast, Saint Anger, is part of the Nerdist School network, which is really cool. And you run a monthly show there called Under the Gun, and it's at 10 p.m. And I'm going to be doing it on Saturday, February 11th.
Yeah,
that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, we got you're going to be on there. Ashley Hamilton, Brody Reed, are also going to be doing the challenge.
And tell people what is Under the Gun. How does it work?
So the way Under the Gun works is that we invite 3 fabulous comedians to come, and we don't want them to do their material though.
Yes.
So what we do is that we get suggestions from the audience, and then based off of those suggestions, the comics have to write a 5 new minutes of material based off of that. We have a green room. We send them back there, and they have about a half hour to write. We have improv, sketch sometimes. This time around, it'll be my improv team, Cloud City Transit, and another improv team called Incompetent Asians. I did not come up. That's not my name. That is not my name. Oh, no. We booked the team.
Yeah.
We booked the team with a guy that we know. Sure. And they were like, what's the name of the team? And it's like Incompetent Asians. Yeah. And I thought, great. Can't wait to put that on a flyer.
Are there Asians on the team?
Yeah, I was about
it might be. There's
got to be. Our contact isn't Asian.
Ooh.
But there is someone who's Asian. So I don't know how they came up with the name. But yeah, so there will be some improv going on. And then... the comics come out and they do their 5 minutes, and we got rules, and we turn it into a competition, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, you just talking about it literally terrifies me, so I think that's a good sign. I've done the set list a few times, which is a fun, in a similar vein, you're making up your set list as a comedian as words appear behind you on an easel or a screen, you know? So it'll be like a lobster, clamato.
Yeah.
These are all sea-related things, but usually it's not that. It'll be like 5 words, and you have to kind of like just talk about them like as if they were part of your routine. So in the same vein, terrifying, but super fun to have said you've done it. So I'm super excited to do that show. Under the Gun, Saturday, February 11th at 10 p.m. at the Nerdist School. I will be there. Paul will be there, and a bunch of other great comedians and improvisers. It's going to be amazing. Now that we know a little bit about how we all know each other, we are going to talk about your topics. So the way the show works is you give me 5 topics you're into, and I surprise you with one of them and ask you 10 questions about it. So Paul, we'll start with yours. Your first topic, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
One of I would say, if I had to pick the world's greatest entertainer, just the word entertainer, I would pick The Rock, hands down. He can sing, he can dance, he can act, he can wrestle. It's like everything that you and I like in the world in one guy.
Yeah.
And he's likable. Everybody likes him.
Yeah, he was my childhood hero. Still is a big inspiration to me, and I mean that in a sincere way, not in like a goofy way.
Yeah, and you're from Florida.
Yeah, and because he played football at University of Miami. When he was in the WWF, he represented Miami, and it was great because I would go to the shows there, and instead of saying like "Finally, The Rock has come back to Miami," he'd say "Finally, The Rock has come back home." Yeah, and it was cool.
Well, you forgot he takes a little beat. He takes a little beat.
Oh yeah,
The Rock has come back.
Finally, The Rock has come back.
Home. And oh man, yeah, that's
and everyone would be like, woo! Like, and I remember this one time I went to, it was a house show, like not on TV, and he wasn't appearing on Raw or SmackDown or anything. Yeah. But he was in the area, and so he came to the show that night and wrestled, and just for the Miami audience. Oh, that's awesome. That was, I thought that was amazing.
That's fantastic. The Rock is he's the biggest box office draw in history, isn't he? He has to be.
Oh, I don't know about history, but he's definitely, I know,
the last 5 years or something.
Something like that.
He was in, I remember in 2013, I want to say it was, he was in 5 #1 movies in like 6 months at the box office. And they were all movies that made hundreds of millions of dollars. And he's making so much money as an actor and all these things. And then he's like, you know what, I'm going to go back and wrestle and win the championship. Like he's just one of those guys that just a workhorse. He's done everything he can do. By the end of his life, if he died tomorrow, he would have done everything he could possibly do.
Oh, yeah.
And then who knows what he's going to do in the next, he'll probably live to be 120. You know what I mean?
Well, his Instagram is just a daily affirmation for me. Like I go on there, just the things he's posting and the things he's saying. He's just, it's all positive, and it's just about, and like we think of him as like a subhuman superstar. Yeah. But he wasn't always that.
Oh no, yeah. And I'm super excited. I saw on his Instagram today, or it was I think it was an ad. And it was the best ad I've ever seen for anything. It was for the new Baywatch movie. Yeah. And it was just like a Frosty window, I guess. Yeah, And he draws a smiley face on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen those. I don't know if I've seen that one, though.
He draws a smiley face on it, and then he wipes off the whole smiley face so there's a circle and you can see him, and then he just flicks you off through the circle, and then it just says Baywatch, and I'm like, I'm going to see this. I don't care what this is about. This looks amazing. And then I saw a long Baywatch trailer with him and Zac Efron, and it really looks like 21 Jump Street, where they take a classic TV show, they kind of like hip it up, and they make it funny action movie. Those funny action buddy comedies like that, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were going to do with the Miami Vice movie, but instead they took it super serious, and it was awful.
Yeah, so I saw this trailer, and I'm like, this looks like this is the recipe, I think, for taking some of these old kind of campier shows and making them relevant nowadays. So that's going to be really cool. And I asked this question recently at a trivia night: who do you think has had sex with more women, The Rock or Zac Efron?
Ooh, well,
a lot of people agreed Zac Efron because The Rock was married for a long time, and he's a little bit older, but I don't know.
He's got a girlfriend now.
But there had to be a time where he went on a tear, I feel like, don't you think? When he was at the height of his popularity, maybe?
Yeah, man, that's a great question. I'd like to. I want to know now because there are so many variables.
Well, Paul, I did tweet both of them with that very question, and the entire bar at trivia with their hands up like they wanted to know, but they have not responded yet. But you know how Twitter works; they'll probably see it.
Yeah, they'll see it.
They'll see that tweet,
and they might not respond, but they'll think about it.
They'll think about it. Yeah, exactly. They've probably been thinking about it for about a week. It sounds like. Your next topic was Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, love Weird Al.
Oh man, I think I might have said this in the podcast before, but the first thing I downloaded when I got a cable modem and Napster was every Weird Al album. Oh my god, that was my jam. What's your favorite Weird Al song of all time? What do you think? If you pick one to listen to.
Well, there's like. Are we talking about parody or are we talking about original song?
I want original and then I want parody.
Okay, well, when it comes to original song, it's a tie right now between Skipper Dan, which is one of his more recent ones. Okay. Do you know that one?
I don't, actually.
It's great. It's about this guy who wanted to be an actor, but instead he's just the tour guide on the Jungle Cruise ride. And he's just...
Someone told me today, last week, they said... hey, buds, you'd make the best tour guide on the Jungle Cruise ride. And I was like... Is that a diss? I don't know. Is that a compliment? But that's interesting. Yeah, it's Skipper Buds.
Yeah, Skipper Buds.
Skipper Buds.
And then there's I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead, which was off of his first album, which I think is great because it's just about how that song came out at a time where like spirituality was really getting into the mainstream. Oh, yeah. And he's just like, nah, I'm not into it.
Was that a parody?
That was not a parody. Those were both original songs.
What is your favorite parody song?
My favorite parody song is Yoda.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun one.
I love Yoda.
I like that. Have you seen him live?
Yeah.
It's a great show. It's really fun.
Amazing.
I saw it in 8th grade. My friend's dad, Steve Nelson, shout out to Steve Nelson. His dad, Dave Nelson, took me, Rob Salud, Steve Nelson, to see Weird Al at the Crown Plaza in Indiana. And it was like one of the best concerts of all time. It was great. But I would say my favorite, I like Frank's 2000-inch TV.
Oh, that's great.
A fun,
yeah,
that's original, right? That's not a parody.
That's an original.
That's a good original. And then for parody, I really like probably Amish Paradise. I think that's probably the go-to, but you can't go wrong. But I always forget on that same album about phony calls. Oh, yeah. The Waterfalls TLC parody.
Have you heard the phony calls?
I don't know if I've heard
Don't go making phony calls.
I'll play that for you.
Audrina, you gotta listen to it. Your next topic, Fast and the Furious franchise.
Yeah.
That kind of fits in with The Rock. But what is your view? Do you have one of those movies that you'd watch more than any other, or just you're down for any of the rides?
Oh, Fast 5.
Fast 5's your one?
Yeah, Fast 5.
That's when the whole series kind of turned back into a fun thing again.
Well, for me personally, that's when Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Was amazing. I love Tokyo Drift. I love all those movies.
I think Tokyo Drift was in pop culture kind of a joke when
is that the one with Bow Wow?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think there was and Zachary Ty Bryant from Home Improvement, right?
Yeah, he was in the beginning.
Yeah. But I think that there were a lot of jokes. It was not so much, not a ton, but there was a 6-month period where I felt like that was a joke, like a movie you could reference as a joke, like almost like Crazy Town, like the band where you're like, I like. If you were saying a shitty band, you'd say Crazy Town.
Yeah.
So if you're saying a shitty movie, you'd be like, Tokyo Drift. I feel like people did that for a little bit. Then when the movies got popular again, and then they kind of they weaved the storyline back to Drift, and I felt like that legitimized it now. And now it's not a joke to like that movie. You know what I mean?
Because it's canon now too.
It makes sense.
That's a fun one. The most recent one, the 7th one, stuff that happened in the 3rd movie became relevant to the overall narrative.
Exactly. And the chick who died, the
Gal Gadot.
Yes, she's Wonder Woman, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
That's gonna be huge.
She passed in the 6th movie. Her character perished.
And then what's his name said he's going to go to Tokyo, right? And that's Mr. Wonder Woman, and then he gets there. So that's where the timeline changes and stuff. But that's going to be fun. That Wonder Woman looks great, and this new Fast, the Fate of the Furious. They found a way to switch that title up again. What do you think 9's going to be?
Man, I can't even. They really impressed me with Fate of the Furious. So I don't even. Whoever's doing the marketing is doing a better job than I could ever do.
Oh yeah, they could really always at any time throw a fist in there instead of Fast, like the Fist of the Furious, and it's more of a brawling movie. That'd be fun. All right, your next one, Florida and Miami Marlins.
Yeah.
We talked about that with you being down there and growing up there. A big baseball fan?
Yeah, love baseball. That's my favorite team.
That's your jam. How many games have you been to?
Man, there was a good stretch, especially when I lived down there, because I didn't live too far from the stadium, so I could just drive there. And it's not like, and it wasn't even an awful drive either.
Yeah.
But I'd go every week if I could. And my whole thing was wanting just to make sure I got to see every pitcher start.
Oh, there you go. That's a good goal.
And even, it's like, so the rotation was like, okay, I got to make sure I see these 5 guys, but then, guys would get hurt and then trades would be made. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure I saw everybody pitch in person.
I'm not, I don't follow any real sports, as you know about me, but the Marlins, in your lifetime, have they had a lot of success as a team? Have they won championships and things?
Yeah, they won the World Series for the first time in 1997.
Oh, very good.
And that was impressive.
That's probably fun you were what? 6th grade, 7th grade, something like that? 5th grade?
Yeah, a little younger than that.
Oh, yeah, 7th grade. I was probably in those. Yeah, you were probably 3rd or 4th grade.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and what was cool, because the franchise is still relatively young, they started in 93.
Oh,
so then they won it in 4 years later.
Oh, that's great.
And then they won it again in 2003.
See, now I'm learning stuff. Now I'm into it. Now I'm a Marlins fan.
Yeah, exactly. So, when, a team's in the first decade of a team's existence, they win you 2 world titles. You're just like, well, I'm loyal.
There you go. And your last topic, WWE. We talked about that. We're wrestling buddies. Did you have any of the wrestling buddies growing up? The little plush toys?
Yeah, I had Ultimate Warrior.
I have the $1 Million Man right now at home on a shelf, and if I even go near it, my dog barks at me because he wants to hump it. And that's a true fact. He holds it underneath him and he humps. Like, I've caught him humping like in the motion, like where the butt is by his crotch. Yeah. And the $1 Million Man is completely bent over. And I'm like, this is hilarious. And I think I posted a video on Facebook a couple years back. But yeah, my dog Carver loves to hump the $1 Million Man.
I had a nightmare about my Ultimate Warrior doll.
Oh no.
Because that
what
was
did he do to you?
Well, it was just because it was at the time of like Child's Play was in my consciousness, and so I did have a fear of like my toys coming to life. And I was convinced like, well, if anyone's gonna come to life, it's gonna be my most human looking toy. And it was Ultimate Warrior, and I would just have nightmares about him like moving around and coming after me.
Oh man, what if they made a Papa Shango wrestling toy? Then you got a real problem in your hands where that other doll's just vomiting all over your bedroom. That'd be big time.
Well, the Papa Shango one, it wouldn't even matter if I wasn't in the same room with him. He could still cast a spell.
He'll get you. He'll get you, and then he might hit you with the Ho Train. You never know. Same wrestler. Audrina's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? They have a Papa Shango Ultimate Warrior 2-pack, Elite action figure 2-pack. It's $45 at Target. I just saw it, and they're pretty detailed and pretty cool looking, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it.
I got a Papa Shango shirt.
Do you?
I do.
You say Shango, I say Shango.
Shango.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think they're interchangeable, right?
I want to say Vince always said Shango in the commentary, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, maybe we're both wrong. I don't know.
Maybe he never existed, but only to us. That would be interesting. Audrina, we're going to your categories.
Okay.
I'm sorry you've been so quiet. I had to take a lot of time to nerd out with Paul. But now it's time for me to nerd out with you. Ready? Your first topic was Degrassi, The Next Generation.
Yes.
You're a big fan.
Yes. I'm a huge Degrassi fan overall, but I feel like if you were to go deep in the 80s, I don't know if I'd be thrown off. So I went to play it safe. The Next Generation, I'm pretty sure I've seen all of those 100%.
Very good. And if people aren't familiar, it is a spin-off of the Star Trek series. I'm sure no one's ever made that joke, Paul. And Degrassi, this is like a teen soap.
Yes.
This is like a 90210, like you mentioned earlier. But this is Canadian, right?
Yeah.
The Canadians, do they do things, is it a little raunchier up there or less raunchy?
It's a little, they're more outgoing than us. I mean, it's like the 80s started, then it's a revamp, but then it's another revamp for now. It's like my mom watched Degrassi when she was pregnant with me, ironically enough. And then
that's
we
why you like
just brought it back.
Sure.
When I was in junior high, and I accidentally turned it on, and then I
have the same thing. My mom watched a lot of Anne of Green Gables when she was pregnant with me, so I am a big fan of Anne of Green Gables. That's not true. But the Degrassi fandom is huge, and Drake the Rapper was on Degrassi at some point. The specific one, and he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that was later in the season when it started changing to just Degrassi.
Oh, so he's not always in the wheelchair.
No.
Oh, what does he get shot?
He got shot by a school shooter.
Oh no!
In the back.
Oh boy.
Oh, it was a trivia game. He was on a trivia game.
Okay.
Like his school was, and they pranked the guy with feathers, like chicken feathers and stuff. He thought Drake did it, and he shot him basically. But Drake was trying to help him.
That's the storyline.
That's the storyline. I'm dead serious.
He shoots the school up because they tar and feather them? Oh my God. I'm missing out. Holy cow.
Yeah.
This is great. I was going to start watching Riverdale on the CW because I'm a big Archie and the Gang fan, but they're not doing that. I don't care. I'm going right to Degrassi. I love it. Your next topic, SpongeBob.
Yep.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants still on. I still currently watch all the new episodes.
Oh, wait, there's new episodes still?
Episodes, yeah.
Tom Kenny's still doing the voice?
Presently.
Man, he's got to have millions of dollars from doing that.
So I think it came on when I was in junior high, perhaps. Maybe a little before. No, a little before that, probably.
99, 98, something like that?
Something like that,
Damn, for almost 20 years. That's crazy.
So, yeah, pretty much my whole little adulthood life. Late.
Yes, that's one of those shows. Have you seen like the live action movie? Was there a live action
I've seen
or a crossover
both of them.
movie? Yeah, pretty good. Are the movies as fun as the show?
The first one was. The second one was a little weird. Yeah,
that's the one where they come in out of water or whatever.
It's supposed to be like 40 or something, and it was really. I think they just focus on special effects for if you paid to see it that way, and that's so when you watch it at home, it's a litole like, what is?
I see what you're saying. Very good. Your next topic, similar vein. It's not Nickelodeon, but it's the Disney Channel.
Disney Channel, because I don't know too much. I've seen Disney movies, but I don't remember them. So specifically the channel, I probably know a lot more trivia than actual movies.
Very good. Yeah. Disney Channel. That was something I used to watch. Do you remember a show called Dumbo Circus way back? This would have been. I'm a little older than you, I think, but this was like one of those live action shows. And it was like all these animals, and it was supposed to be like Dumbo from Disney, kind of, I think. And he would fly in at the beginning, but it was like puppets, like almost like the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic type puppets, but they were kind of like bad costumes, and they all interacted with each other.
Wow, that sounds crazy, though.
It was real old school. And you look that up. Look that up on YouTube, listeners, and find Dumbo Circus and get a little creeped out. There's probably some sort of drug matchup where if you take a certain drug, you see a little bit better. That was on Disney Channel way back in the day. And I do remember there's a certain type of lady I'll meet in my life, and I go, I bet this girl's watched a lot of Disney Channel original movies. Is that a weird stereotype?
No. You can just tell by talking to someone.
Yeah, there's usually
like what they probably
there's like a certain type of lady that I'm like, I bet they do. And then I usually ask, and they're like, "I love them." You know,
seen The Color of Friendship? Yeah,
The Luck of the Irish. Yeah,
I went one time. I was visiting some friends in Athens, Georgia.
Yeah,
and we were playing like trivia or Seen It.
Yeah.
And then we were winning, and then his wife made us play Disney's Seen It because she knew she could win. And she totally did. That was mandatory in their house. Sure. You have to play Disney's Seen It because it's the only game she can win.
Yeah. I bet her name was Amanda. Your next topic was Lifetime. Yes. You're a big fan of these television shows.
I'm a Lifetime enthusiast of the TV and the movies. Yeah. I have another YouTube series dedicated to Lifetime. It's the only one I found. So lucky for me, I get all the views on that one.
You got the niche. You got the market. Yeah. Have you seen the movie Mother, May I Sleep with Danger?
Yes, I reviewed both of those movies, the remake and the original.
Oh, my goodness. I thought I had a stump. I was going to stump you. Our good friend Delaney Fisher wrote a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, I heard.
And she's been on the podcast. I don't think she could talk about it, but except that she wrote it. I cannot wait to see that.
I know.
And I will watch. I can't wait for that viewing party. It's going to be great.
Oh, God. She's going to be past capacity for how many people are going to want to be at that.
It's going to be nuts. Have you ever thought about writing a Lifetime movie?
Yeah, I wrote one. There was a Lifetime movie screenwriting contest. Actually, I entered it. I got notes back. I unfortunately did not win, but I got the notes back, so now I'm trying to rewrite it.
What kind of notes? They were like...
It was just it's great, the story's great and everything, but you need to go deeper with, the parents, because it's about, teenagers, and they want to be popular, but what cost would you go to be popular? And, maybe the parents have something to do with why they're so fucked up, basically, and go back.
Is there murder?
There's it's rape, murder, everything.
Everything. A cornucopia of Lifetime topics. I love
anything that could cover any aspect of life.
Does somebody get hit in the leg with a pipe?
No. Well, someone does get kind of something like that, yeah.
Where can people read this script? Are you going to post it online?
Oh, no, I'm going to rewrite it and try to figure that out if I can shop it around or something.
I cannot wait. I think we should all do a challenge and try and write a Lifetime movie this year.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then we just all read it.
And we get Delaney to read it.
Yeah, Delaney.
Slide it on over to her manager. That sounds great. Your last topic was Can't Hardly Wait.
Yes.
And I have a surprise for you. I talked to Ethan Embry about doing this podcast. He agreed to do it. And that's true. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
At some point. Yeah. We're trying to find a time to do it. So listeners, if you've seen Can't Hardly Wait, the star, the one that's looking for Amanda, is that her name?
Amanda Beckett.
Amanda Beckett. He has a letter for her. Mr. Ethan Embry, he might be on this podcast at some point.
I thought you were joking. That's why I said LOL.
No.
And I was like, I just thought in my head, maybe he was serious.
No. I know I usually look and sound like I'm full of shit.
You were joking.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I reached out. He follows me on Twitter, reached out to him, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm about to binge watch the OA, and I'll get back to you.
The OA?
I was like, the Netflix series, the OA.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. This is pretty sweet. And, he's down. So I got to find a time to do that, but that would be really cool. Can't Hardly Wait, I think, is a real fun movie for our generation, late 90s-ish. That came out 98, 99?
Yeah, I think it's an iconic summary of just anything 90s, because there's so many people in it from other shows and movies from the 90s that made it so important, and early 2000s, anything.
It's just a great movie that I don't think gets talked about enough.
It's an ensemble piece.
It's I would say it's of the 90s as a certain John Hughes movies were the 80s, where it's I feel like every 90s kid's seen that movie. I think 10 Things I Hate About You, super underrated as well.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I think that those two movies are two that really stand out to me. I'll watch them anytime they're on, and I always enjoy them more and more as years go on.
Those movies certainly have an aesthetic to them that you won't see replicated.
Exactly.
Well, have you seen Not Another Teen Movie? A lot of kids today have seen that, but not Can't Hardly Wait. So it got to the point I was watching that, and someone that was younger than me was next to me. He's like, it's like that Not Another Teen Movie. I'm like, no. It's reversed. You're reversing the situation when you say that.
Yeah, it's crazy with everybody being different ages watching those movies together. That's always fun. Now that we know a little bit about both of you guys, we're going to get into the topics I chose.
All right.
You guys ready for the big reveal? Paul, we're going to be doing trivia about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Hey, all right.
And Audrina, we're going to be doing trivia about the Disney Channel. So it's The Rock versus Disney Channel. And this is how it works. I'm going to ask you 10 questions about The Rock, 10 questions about the Disney Channel. Either of you can answer either question. When you get your topic's question right, you get 1 point. If you get the other person's topic, you get 2 points. You have to wait for the whole question to be read so people listening along can play along at home. And you're going to have a buzz-in word. So when the whole question's been read, you buzz in with this word. What's a 1 or 2 syllable word that might mean something between the two of you? Do you have a pet name for each other, or a fun phrase?
Juliet.
Well, that's more than one. I think Cupid.
Cupid.
Cupid?
Oh, because you met on OK Cupid.
We've been on OK Cupid. I
love
think
it.
Cupid
and
is a good buzzing
You know what's
word.
right around the corner?
Oh, that's true. Valentine's Day is coming.
Teaser for the Valentine's Day, because this podcast comes out on Tuesdays, and it will be on Valentine's Day.
That's right.
And the podcast that I'm going to do is going to be against my wife. And so it's going to be a one-on-one episode, and it's going to be a Swayze-a-thon. That's right. Dirty Dancing versus Roadhouse trivia. So if you like those things, which everybody likes one of them, come and listen to that one on Valentine's Day. But for now, we are going to buzz in with the word Cupid in the Rock versus Disney Channel trivia. This is the Trivia Showdown.
Trivia Showdown.
All right, so here we go. We're going to start off with the Rock's question. When you heard the whole question be read, buzz in with Cupid to answer. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the Rock's first name on the HBO series Ballers?
Cupid.
Yes.
Spencer.
It is Spencer. 1 point for Paul. Have you seen all the episodes?
Yeah.
It's a pretty fun show.
Yeah. Oh, I love the show.
I have not seen a second of it, but everyone tells me it's great. I need to watch it. Have you watched them all with Paul?
Yeah, we watched it together. That's why I was like, I know it. I couldn't think.
Speaking of the wife, she likes that name if we have a boy. If we ever have a boy, she's like, what do you think about the name Spencer? And I'm like, I think it's pretty good. I like Spence. I like Spencer. It's pretty fun. Or maybe as a middle name, but I think we might use it in some context.
Spencer
if we pump
Buds.
One of those boys. Spencer Buds.
That's got a pretty good ring to it.
It's kind of fun, right? But on the terms of Roadhouse, we also like Dalton Buds.
Oh, Dalton's really strong.
Dalton's kind of fun, yeah. And I think we need some strength because both of us can't run. So we need a kid with a strong name because he needs to be able to have some kind of strength without those lungs that we never gave him. Here's question number 1 for Disney Channel. Paul's got 1 point. Let's see if Audrina can get one or Paul can maybe steal it for 2. In what state was Halloween Town filmed, a state that holds a month-long Halloween celebration every October? What state? You're buzzing in with Cupid. You guys are thinking about it. There's a 1 in 50 chance on this one. Actually, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to help you guys out.
I just read
Continental.
about it.
It's not Alaska. It's not Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Any guesses? Buzzing with Cupid, Paul?
Cupid.
Yes.
Connecticut.
Incorrect. Not a bad guess.
Oh, God,
Audrina, anything? Halloween Town? The annual
I
celebration.
just read about this because that lady died, so it was a whole story about it, and I'm
Debbie Reynolds?
I just read about it, and I just can't remember. Ugh. Sorry.
Just guess. Just name it. You know, there's 3 states you know it absolutely isn't, and I'm sure you could eliminate an entire. Just name something.
Any state?
You don't want to forfeit. You want to actually say something. You're not gonna.
I legit do not.
3
know.
I know you don't know, but you gotta just name a U.S. state and talk into the microphone. Name a U.S. state. You can't lose if you just name a U.S.
I want to
state.
call it, but I also want to see how long.
The state of New York? I don't know.
Not New York, but that's not. It's a state, so good guess. It's Oregon.
Oh man!
Yeah,
I don't know. I could have sworn it just screamed northeast to me.
Yeah, it's Pacific Northwest, and it's most of the movie was filmed in Oregon, and they because of that they have a big celebration in some town up there. So you can check that out. You guys could go on a nice road trip. This is number 2 for the Rock trivia. In what Rock movie franchise would cartoonist Bill Watterson most appreciate Dwayne's character's name? Break that one down.
Wait, what?
In what Rock movie franchise would cartoonist Bill Watterson most appreciate Dwayne's character's name?
Rock movie franchise.
So you're picking a movie that The Rock was in. It's a franchise. So there's several of them. And there's a cartoonist named Bill Watterson in the world
Yeah.
who would appreciate his character's name in that movie the most. It's kind of a wordy question, but I thought maybe you'd jump all over it. Any guesses?
Cupid.
Yes.
Is it G.I. Joe?
It's not. Audrina, any guesses? Rock movie franchises, any? Dun, 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 dun.
I got nothing.
The answer is Fast and the Furious because his name is Hobbs. Calvin Hobbs.
God.
That's what I was going for.
I should have
Bill
just
Watterson.
named,
Do you know Bill Watterson?
I do. Yeah, I do. And I should have said, you got to go with the most obvious answer when you don't know. Just go with
I was
one.
trying to think of a way to ask a question about that without it being super obvious.
Yeah, and I overthought it. I was
Yeah.
just like, no, it'd be more obvious if it was Fast and the Furious. So I just named, oh, God.
Very good. Here we go. This is number 2 for Disney Channel. In 2000, they released a movie called Stepsister from the Planet what?
Cupid.
Yes.
Weird.
It is weird. There's 1 point for Audrina. It's not going to be a shutout. It's 1, 2, 1. We're jumping back. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh,
I VHS recorded it.
Oh no,
So,
is she pretty weird?
She what?
Is she pretty weird?
Yeah, she's super weird. Yeah.
Here's number 3 for The Rock. When The Rock hosted SNL for the first time in 2000, who was the musical guest?
Damn.
This is a tough question. I asked my brother this question on the way here. Shout out to Scott Buds, and he got it in 2 guesses. And I'll tell you what, his first guess was Coldplay, which was incorrect. So it's not Coldplay. When The Rock hosted SNL for the first time in 2000, who was the musical guest? Any guesses?
Cupid.
Yes.
Aerosmith.
Great guess. Not correct, but great guess. Audrina.
Cupid, Kanye West.
Not Kanye West. It was AC/DC.
I was in the realm.
You were right there with the A as well. It starts with A. Here's number 3 for Disney Channel. Disney Channel trivia. Number 3. What did a dog have in a live-action Disney series from 2012? What did a dog have?
Series.
Yes.
Cupid, dog with a blog.
Dog with a blog. He had a blog. That's 1 point for Audrina, and she's winning by 1 point against Paul's 1. Have you ever seen Dog with a Blog, Paul?
I haven't, but I have heard of it.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other rhyming? We should create one right now. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's another rhyming like series that would be on the Disney Channel.
Cat with a hat? No.
Well, you could do
Mouse with a house.
Mouse with a house.
Mouse with
That's
a
not
house.
bad.
Mickey Mouse with a house.
Giraffe with a staff, and it's about a wizarding giraffe.
Or a giraffe is a manager at a Kinko's.
Oh my God! You just blew my mind.
Bird with the words. Talking bird.
A Toys R Us. A series, so it's a workplace comedy about working at Toys R Us that airs on the Disney Channel called Giraffe with a Staff, and it's about Toys R Us.
Really?
No.
This is
You had a VHS tape out in your hand, ready to record the series we just made up. You're like, well, how do I watch it? You were so excited. I love that. Here's number 4 for The Rock. This one is about a 2003 movie. So the 2003 Rock starring movie The Rundown is also known as what Guns N' Roses song in foreign markets. So The Rundown overseas is not called The Rundown. It's called a Guns N' Roses song. What song?
Cupid?
Yes.
Welcome to the Jungle.
It is Welcome to the Jungle. That's right. It's 2-2.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it, Paul. Don't overthink it. Question number 4 for Disney Channel trivia. Which high school musical had the highest ratings of all time with 17 million viewers when it aired? Which high school musical had the most viewers when it aired?
High School Musical. Cupid.
Yes.
High School Musical. Like the first one.
Incorrect.
Cupid.
Yes.
High School Musical 2.
It is 2. It is 2.
But that's kind of the worst one. That's why I didn't say it. Like, it is technically the worst one in the entire series. That's why I didn't say it.
I think because of the success of the first one, more people saw
that
the
wasn't the
sequel.
question, was it?
I know.
So Paul stole that question. It's not his topic, so he got 2 points for that. So it's 4-2 right now. Let's see if you could steal one of these Rock questions, Audrina. Here is number 5 for The Rock. In what movie does The Rock play a character named Sarge? Sarge. On IMDb, his name is just Sarge. What is that Rock movie? Buzz in with Cupid when you know it. In what movie does The Rock play a character named Sarge?
Cupid.
Yes.
G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Incorrect, but I did see it in theaters. Audrina?
G.I. Joe.
I just said...
Well, I thought there were 2.
There are 2 movies.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in the first
He's
one.
not in
The answer was Doom. The video game movie. His name is Sarge.
I saw that.
Yeah, we all saw it. All right, here is number 5 for Disney Channel. In 2000, Disney Channel released a movie called Phantom of the what?
Cupid. Megaplex.
Yeah. Megaplex. Ooh. That's 3. So it's 3-4. She's only down by 1.
No, I would have messed up. I would have said multiplex.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It is Megaplex. I've never heard anybody in real life refer to it as a Megaplex. It's only like a thing in movies. We're going to the Megaplex. Yeah. Here's number 6 for The Rock. The Rock had a song called Pie on a WWE album called Forcible Entry featuring what rhyming named rapper? What rapper with a rhyming name was on the Pie song with The Rock on an album called Forcible Entry, which is a little date rapey.
Oh,
what do you think?
Rhyming
named rapper.
So his name rhymes.
So it'd be if I was a rapper, it'd be like Flying Ryan.
Oh, God damn it.
Any guesses? Audrina's thinking it over. She's still thinking about that Draft with a Staff series. Any guesses?
Cupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Richie Ditchy?
Richie Ditchy? Oh, one of my favorite rappers of all time. No, Richie Ditchy's got a new mixtape out. It's pretty good.
Cupid crisscross.
Crisscross, not a bad guess. It is Slick Rick.
Oh,
Slick Rick.
Damn it.
I think I made these questions too hard on this episode. No, but, that's fun to do.
No, Slick Rick's good.
Slick Rick.
I could have gotten there.
We are on question number 6 for Disney Channel. Here it is. This is what animated crime team solved mysteries and cases from 1989 to 1990? What animated crime team solved mysteries and cases from 1989 to 1990? So these did air on the Disney Channel. I don't know if they originally aired or it was a reruns, but they did.
Show?
Mm-hmm. Animated crime team solved mysteries and cases from 89 to 90. I also thought it was on for longer, but not the case. Any guesses? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Paul, any guesses?
I don't know.
I mean, I could just Cupid. Yeah. Nancy Drew.
No.
No. What?
Moesha.
Alvin and the Chipmunks didn't solve.
Alvin and
Oh,
Alvin
is it good? Yeah. No, but you're very close. Do you know it now?
Yeah, now I know. It was Chippendale.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Yeah, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. No points there. It's still 4-3. Paul's up by 1. Let's see what happens on this next rock question.
These questions, they're not impossible. Like, when I hear the answer, it's like, could have gotten there.
Yep.
Could have gotten there.
Here we go. This is number 7 for The Rock. There's an announced movie called Journey 3. From the blank to the blank. Fill in the blanks. Journey 3, starring The Rock, from the blank to the blank. Yeah, I'm stumping you guys.
From the window, Cupid. From the window to the wall.
One of Richie Ditchy's favorite lyrics. That was the song that inspired him. Oh my God. Journey 3, from the window to the wall. That is hilarious. What do you got, Audrey? Any guesses?
To the center and back.
That's a great guess. It's from the Earth to the moon. They're going to the fucking moon. Hey, buckle in. Okay. It's going to be great. This is number 7 for Disney Channel. On what show would you find a sidekick named Ron Stoppable?
Cupid, Kim Possible.
Kim Possible, that's it. And she ties up the game. It's 4-4. This is a very close game. You guys are doing pretty good. Equally stumped is what I'm going to say. Equally stumped. Here's your next question for The Rock. It's number 8. What classic wrestler gave The Rock the word jabroni? Classic wrestler.
Cupid.
Yes.
Ric Flair?
Incorrect. So this is a wrestler that he would hang out with backstage, and he would say this word, so The Rock picked up on it and was like, I'm going to use that. And then it became one of his catchphrases.
Cupid, Hulk Hogan?
Not Hulk Hogan, the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik called people jabronis.
Yes.
And The Rock picked it up from old Sheiky Boy. Here is number 8 for Disney Channel. What essential Disney Channel show started in 1955?
Oh, Cupid, the Mickey Mouse Club?
The Mickey Mouse Club. And that puts her in the lead with 5 points. Audrina going with the classic Mickey Mouse Club answer to dominate. Paul, here is number 9 for The Rock. The Rock played his dad, Rocky Johnson, on what sitcom?
Cupid.
Yes.
That 70s show.
That 70s show. That's 5-5. Audrina knew it as well. We have 2 questions left. 1 for The Rock. 3 questions left. We have 1 for The Rock and then 2 for Disney Channel. Then we'll do a thing called the combo question, which combines both The Rock and the Disney Channel. And then we have a category to play that I'll play with you guys. Here's number 9 for Disney Channel. Bryan Cranston is the star of what Bryan Cranston is the star of what Christmas Disney Channel movie?
It's an original movie?
I believe so. Damn it. Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad is the star of what Christmas Disney Channel movie? Any guesses? This one I think is on Netflix. I didn't realize it was Cranston when I was looking for stuff to watch this past Christmas. Do you know what it is?
I don't. I can't. I'm thinking of the title, but I do know the movie. I've seen it.
Thinking it over. Old Cranston.
Cupid.
Yes.
Nick Claus.
Nick Claus. Not a bad guess, but not correct.
Cupid, Father Claus.
Not Father Claus. It is 'Twas the Night.
Twas
the Night. That's the name of the movie.
You know who played Santa in that movie?
Who's there?
The Rock. Al from.
Was it The Rock?
Al from Home Improvement.
Really?
Yeah.
Al Borland, old...
No, not Al Borland. I'm sorry, Wilson. I got the names wrong.
The guy behind the fence.
Yeah, the neighbor.
That guy's long gone, isn't he? Didn't he
think
pass
so.
away?
Yeah, he passed away, but he played Santa in one of his last movies. Yeah.
Interesting piece of trivia. Were you trying to put me out of business? Trivia with Paul? All right, here we go. This is number 10 for The Rock. Who did The Rock wrestle in an empty arena during the Super Bowl?
Cupid.
Yes. Mankind. Well done. I had to throw at least one wrestling question in there. That gives Paul 6. Audrina, here's your last Disney question, but Paul can still steal it. Here it is. Disney Channel. In what franchise does Raven-Symoné play someone named Bubbles?
Play what?
In what franchise does Raven-Symoné play someone named Bubbles?
Cupid.
Yep.
The Cheetah Girls.
That is right.
Okay.
The Cheetah Girls.
She's in that?
Yeah.
What do you mean she's in that?
I didn't know she was in that.
That's like her jam.
That's her like.
I thought that was
That's so Raven
the
was, I
ladies
think.
from 3LW.
Yeah, it is.
She
it's a
snuck
lot.
in. She
it's
found
a
a
lot
way.
there in there.
It is 6-6 right now, everybody. This is a close game. I'm going to insert a Cheetah Girl song right here. And it's 6-6, Paul versus Audrina. Now we're going to do a thing called the combo question. What did you guys think about those questions? Did you feel pretty good about them? A little harder than you thought?
They're pretty good. They're
Yeah, it's like some of those, if I had just put a little bit more thought into them, I could have gotten them. I could have gotten that Fast and Furious one.
Yeah.
I could have gotten that Doom one.
I like it.
I think I could have got the Bryan Cranston one if I thought a little more because I do recall that movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to move on to a thing that combines both The Rock and Disney Channel, and it's called the combo question. Here it is. So if you get this right, you get 2 points. Either of you can buzz in. This is combining not so much Disney Channel, but Disney and The Rock. Okay. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson has appeared in 3 Disney-produced movies. Name 2 out of 3.
Cupid.
Paul first. Let's see if he can do it. 2 out of 3 movies that The Rock's appeared in that were produced by Disney.
The Tooth Fairy.
Incorrect.
Oh, son of a
So
bitch.
you're already out. Let's see, Audrina.
Cupid Game Plan.
The Game Plan was the one that is very similar, and I thought that the title
It's
was
the
wrong
same.
when I
The
looked
same
it up.
girl is in both of them, isn't she? The same little girl.
Probably, yeah. It looks like the same cover too.
It's the same. Yeah.
All right, so that's one. Can you name the other one? The Rock has appeared in a Disney-produced movie. This would give you a 2-point lead.
Would it be Moana?
Moana.
Son of a
bitch! She got it. The third one was Race to Witch Mountain.
Yeah.
So well done. That gives Audrina 8 to Paul 6, and we have one more thing to do, and this is going to come down to whoever wins this wins the whole game because it's worth 3 points, and it's called Categories with Buds.
Categories with Buds.
Today's category is Nickelodeon programs.
Oh, okay.
I know you guys are big Nick fans.
ready
Yeah.
for
It could be
this.
live action. It could be news. It could be anything. We're going to go around.
Nick
I'm going to play with you.
Cool.
And you just, when it's your turn, you name one. If you can't think of one in 5 seconds, you're eliminated. And the last person standing gets 3 points. If I win, I will award the points to one of you. Okay? So here we go. This is, I'm going to kick it off. We'll go to Paul, Audrina, and back to me. The first thing I'm going to say is Rugrats. Paul?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Got clear 6 minutes at all.
What was it?
She said Carissa explained.
Clarissa explains. I think it said something about a horse.
Oh, she almost said, "Are you afraid of the dark?"
Yeah,
and then
stop
quickly
myself.
realized she'd be eliminated.
Speaking of horses, hey, dude.
Yeah, nice. The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Nice.
Ren and Stimpy.
Keenan and Kel.
Double Dare.
All that.
Cat Dog.
Roundhouse.
Wild Thornberries.
What was it?
She said the Wild
Thornberries.
The Wild Thornberries.
Wild Thornberries.
I'm going to say the Angry Beavers. Well,
Guts.
Guts, yeah.
My Brother and Me.
My Brother and Me. Oh, my God. I'm going to say Honey, I'm Home. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, I do.
It was an old sitcom in the early 90s.
Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Hey Bill.
Hey,
Little Bill.
Little Bill.
Sorry.
That's more Nick Jr., isn't
Still
it?
Nickelodeon. Can I not do Nick Jr.?
We'll count it. Okay. I'm going to say a little show called Hey Arnold. Did you say that yet?
Yeah.
Hey Arnold.
I don't think we didn't say that, right?
No one said
The creator of Hey Arnold works in the building you work in, Paul.
Oh, it's
Oh, that's
Been
true.
in the elevator. Craig
Yeah.
Bartlett. Yep.
Oh,
I've ridden
cool.
the elevator with him. What's your next one?
All Real Monsters.
Real Monsters.
Doug.
Doug. I'm gonna say the Fairly Odd Parents. Is that Nickelodeon?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob.
It's Told by Ginger.
It's Told by Ginger. Roundhouse.
Here.
Nice.
You already said it?
Did I say
Didn't you say
Roundhouse?
round? I heard because I was gonna say it, and I feel like you said it.
I think I did.
I think you
I
did.
think
So
you did
I'm
say it.
eliminated because it's already been said. So now it's down to you guys. It's going to be a photo finish. Let's see who wins this whole game. Paul, what's your next one? Dun, 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 dun.
I'm too afraid that we might have already said this,
Oh,
but it's
no.
not. I'm just going to salute your shorts.
Salute Your Shorts has not been said.
Blue's Clues.
Blues Clues.
Once again, you're pulling the Nick Jr. on me?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Allegra's Window. How you like that? How you like that?
The Brothers Garcia.
Oh, that's a legit. That's a
getting
legit Nick
close.
show.
The relationship is crumbling or being stronger than ever.
There was
3 seconds, Paul.
The Secret World of Alex Mack.
Taina.
What?
Taina.
What the hell was
It was on
Taina?
after the Brothers Garcia.
I don't know anything about this show.
She's got a VHS tape. Just let it go.
Alan Strange. The alien boy.
Oh, the Nick Cannon show?
Is it called the Nick Cannon Show? Paul, you want to accept it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Amanda Show.
The Amanda Show.
Keenan and Kel?
We said
already
Keenan and
said
Kel.
And that means Paul gets 3 points and is the winner 9-8.
Oh.
That was a very close game, everybody. Oh, my God. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, that was great.
Thanks for doing the show. I have some prizes for you. Paul, let me give you your prize first. Let me slide the prizes over here. Your prize is a gigantic poster of a movie, and I'm going to let you unroll that, and then you can yell what it is into the old microphone.
It is
Yeah.
Resident Evil, the final chapter.
That's right. Have you ever seen a bigger poster that you've wanted in your life? The brand new movie, Resident Evil, the final chapter, and Audrina for second place, a smaller Resident Evil final chapter poster. So enjoy those. Go see the movie if you're listening. I hear it's great. Her daughter plays the little girl in the movie. I listened to her on Kevin and Bean, and it's supposed to be a pretty good performance. So that is amazing. You guys have been so much fun. Anything you want to plug before we take off?
No, you nailed it all for me, man. Check out Saint Anger, on iTunes.
Anywhere you can find podcasts. Check out Paul's show, Saint Anger.
And then Under the Gun, February 11th, 10 p.m., Nerdist School Stage. Ryan Buds is on the show.
I love it. And Audrina, where can people find your blog and your different accounts?
So you can go to Addiction of a Lifetime on YouTube, and then youtube.com/mypopobsession for my Moesha recaps.
Fantastic. Yeah. Paul, Audrina, thanks so much for being on the show, and I'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye. Another pretty close game on the Trivia with Buds podcast, but Paul pulls through and wins the bigger of two Resident Evil The Final Chapter posters, courtesy of my friend Louis Love and nukethefridge.com. If you like giveaways, if you like movie passes to movies like Batman, Lego Batman, he's giving those away right now, and prize packs for all kinds of fun stuff. So go over to the nukethefridge.com and check that out. Also, I am going to be talking to Louis about teaming up and doing some sort of live event at Frankensons in City of Industry, California, which is one of my favorite places to go on the weekends. It's like a toy convention every single week, and they have comics and magic cards and comic books and animation cells and pop vinyls and all kinds of stuff. So if you like anything nerdy, you can go there, and maybe we'll have like a little booth set up pretty soon, and we'll be doing some live trivia with people walking around Frankensons. Also, just got invited to my first convention. I can't talk too much about it yet, but it will be in Costa Mesa very soon in the coming months, and I think it's in May. It should be really fun in Costa Mesa, California, and I'll be a big part of that. Giving away passes to it, t-shirts, all kinds of fun stuff coming up. It is really cool to be in the pop culture world in 2017, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. And I'm glad you're listening to this podcast, because that means you're part of it too. This is the part of the weekly show where we do a thing called the listener quiz. I'm going to give you 3 questions, and if you get all these questions right and you send me the answers in an email, you will be entered in a raffle to win an amazing prize. This week, you will win, that's right, the Resident Evil, the final chapter poster that I just mentioned that I gave Audrina for getting second place on this episode. If you like Resident Evil, you're going to get a free poster from the movie. All you have to do is send me the answers to these questions, and here is the very first question. Question number 1, what year did the original Nintendo Entertainment System get released in the U.S.? What year did the NES get released in the U.S.? That's question number 1. Question number 2, what's the most expensive college to go to in the U.S.? What is the most expensive college as of 2017 to attend in the United States? That's question number 2. And question number 3, what color was Jiminy Cricket's umbrella in Pinocchio? That's Pinocchio, right? Yeah, Pinocchio. What color was Jiminy Cricket's umbrella in Pinocchio? Send me the answers to those 3 questions, Ryan@RyanBuds.com, or you can tweet them to me, Ryan Buds, or find the Trivia with Buds Facebook page and send me a message, whatever is easiest for you, and I will check those out. If you get them all right, you'll be entering a raffle to win a Resident Evil poster. That's pretty much it for this week's episode. If you had a good time, leave it a review, like those reviews we read at the beginning of the episode. I have a very fun episode coming out next week featuring my wife, Ashley Starling Buds, and we'll be doing some Dirty Dancing and Roadhouse trivia for our 2 favorite, flicks of all time, I think. I'd say that's probably her favorite, and Roadhouse is my favorite, and we're going to do a bunch of trivia on those 2 movies for the episode that comes out on Valentine's Day, because we're a couple of real sweethearts. Check out triviawithbuds.com for all future events, special occasions, parties, and all that good stuff. And hope to see you soon at a Trivia with Buds live event. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.